The conversation at the Caesars revolves around separate development. Ray, sitting next to Annika in a cramped space, accidentally brushes against her leg. But the contact seems to excite only her. The opposition is clear-cut. No mediation is possible. We need strength. It's Lewis speaking, and Ray listens. The others do too. Every now and then, someone else chimes in, mentioning people she doesn't know, despite the words of sympathy directed at her. In that environment, sucked into politics, Annika feels like an insignificant little thing. And now, straight from Europe, Annika. Annika's heart skips a beat. Karina is stretching across the table, placing her clenched fist under Annika's chin like a microphone. Come on, Annika. You who come from a democratic world, enlighten us. What is the way forward? The boutique owner has had too much beer. I can't speak about things I don't know. Ay, Annika, estamos. Oh, come on. You're not going to tell me that up there. In your canton of old Europe? You don't hear the echoes of what's happening down here. Aren't you the daughter of South African refugees? Annika struggles to piece together memories in an attempt to find something to say. My father was a teacher and lost 2 jobs for giving lessons against separation. For a time, he was even forbidden from leaving the house. Then one day, my parents decided to leave. Once they arrived in Switzerland, they put a stone over everything related to South Africa and never wanted to talk to me about the specific reasons that pushed them to leave. But now you're here, and you see. What do you think? Don't be shy, you're among friends. Well? Annika wishes she could bite her tongue for. All the time she has already said well. My grandmother used to say, if there's a wound, the important thing is to heal it. Maybe this wound can be mended by sitting around a table and talking. Karina rolls her eyes and exclaims, I get it. You've lived in a bubble, my dear. What you think is pure utopia. Grand gestures are dangerous. Ray interjects. If we use force, the world will think we want to oppress the whites. That you're a knight in shining armor. Ray, Karina comments in a knowing tone. Or maybe you just want to agree with her. I get it, my new assistant is adorable. Karina nudges Annika with her elbow, and Annika blushes as red as the cherry in the soda. She's reluctantly drinking. She decides it's best to remove herself from a situation where, in any case, she feels left out. But she doesn't want Ray to think she doesn't enjoy his company. She's about to whisper to him that she'll step outside for a moment to get some air, when he beats her to it. Let's go pick a song. Annika follows him. He inserts coins into the jukebox. Choose whatever you want. Annika hesitates. She feels obliged to say something. I don't know what's up with Karina tonight. I've never seen her like this. Ray smiles. Karina is always like this. She's an Afrikaner and wealthy, and that makes her feel guilty towards non-Europeans. I see, Annika says, though she doesn't understand a thing. Listen, he adds with a sigh. The truth is, for people like me, separation creates quite a few problems. And these aren't problems you can just hop over like potholes in the ground. Every morning I wake up knowing I'll have to fight them, but I don't want to think about it while having a beer with friends or while I'm with a girl. Annika tilts her head slightly to encourage him to continue. She has the impression that he's about to say something else, but... Too late! She sees him looking toward the entrance. Vinicius has just walked in, making grand gestures. Ray has no choice but to go meet him. Vinicius claps him heartily on the back. And behind Vinicius, she slips in. Regina. Wherever Ray is, Regina is never far behind. She was just running late. Today, the Zulu girl is dressed traditionally, with a chitinga tied at her hips, a blouse and a matching headscarf. Beneath the scarf, she sports a cheap afro wig. On her feet, she wears a pair of worn-out clogs. But it doesn't matter. Wrapped in African fabrics, Regina is even more stunning than in Western clothes. Annika remembers the coins in the jukebox and, to compose herself, selects a song. I dreamed of flying above this city, in your wake, above the tree-lined avenues, the cars and the metros, trying to bring out who you really are. No song could have been more appropriate, so Annika selects it a second time. Hey, novice! You here too. Vinicius suddenly appears beside her. If you promise not to forget your shoes in the car again, I'll give you another ride in our royal chariot. Within seconds, Vinicius manages to exchange the ghetto handshake with 3 or 4 people, dart to the jukebox, drop in more coins, Order a beer and, while waiting, take a hearty sip from Ray's mug. How many of us are there? Vinicius continues, addressing the others. Tonight I'm not riding in the trunk. The car still doesn't have seats, so there's room. I've studied a plan on how they used to cram black people onto slave ships. I'll fit you all in perfectly. Annika laughs, despite her disappointment at seeing Ray, swallowed up by his friends, who have no intention of leaving him alone with her. She is happy. The feeling of being an outsider has vanished. So why? Why this need to protect these moments from the fall of night? As if the darkness, hungry for these colors, could seize them.
Shadows creep, memories whisper, secrets keep. Still I wonder, still I pray. Can we find another way? Can steal the dawn. So play that song just one more time. Let the melody entwine. Hold this moment before it's gone, before the dark can steal the dawn.